and welcome to the Whisky.com news on the 14th of March 2022. Maybe I'm not quite in focus because we are arranging something because we're shooting a special video that's coming out. And yeah, 1.2 million pound fine is out for Diageo from the Scottish government. It was in a court ruling. They lowered it down from 1.4 million because they didn't buy the CO2 or emission certificates for three of their plants. That was Ross Isle, Burkett Maltings and Glen Ord. And Diageo recognized that error, said, yeah, okay, that was an error. We did something wrong. We missed that. We didn't pay that because we just forgot or something like that. And now they corrected it, but they still have to pay the fine of 1.2 million pounds. Yeah, so then next up is a new malt or a new single malt from the Orkney Island. It's called the Crabbie 22 Orkney Single Malt Whiskey. It's a peated, smoky whiskey with a finish in Palo Cortado casks. It has limited to 232 bottles, 47.5% ABV, uncolored, unchilled, filtered. And yeah, they're not quite saying where they got their stuff from. So yeah, you have the choices between these two few whiskey distilleries. Yeah, unfortunately, this will be a Great Britain only whiskey. Yeah. Then we have good news from Rosebank. Their new pot stills just arrived and they are building them up, and hopefully they will start working in late summer 2022. The new proprietor is Diageo. They bought it from Ian MacLeod Distillers and they want to get it up and running again. Then we have Bowmore with a new very expensive bottling. It's called the 1965 Precious Metals. And it has brass platings on the bottles. And the brass is actually made from the old spirit safe from 1924. So yeah, very rare, very exquisite. You're buying a piece of history there for about $50,000. And there will only be 4 bottles with this 1965 Precious Metals Bowmore. Interesting thing. Then we have news from Welsh. The Welsh Whisky Aber Falls is pushing for their international boundaries. They want to push the boundaries in Germany, our country, and other 10 countries. And yeah, they want to push with a lot of new brands, and hopefully that will get them very far. Yeah, then we have in the United States news, we have a bit of a whiskey business finance side. An investment company is buying Bardstown Bourbon Corporation. The investment firm is called Pritzker Private Capital, and the number what they paid is undisclosed. It's a relatively young bourbon distillery. It's was opened in 2016, a multi-million-dollar distillery, so it's quite a good distillery. And since then they have quadrupled their production capabilities, so they are an up and running distillery. Hopefully the new investment firm is also pushing that business and bringing up a good bourbon distillery for the future. Then we have Michter's. They are announcing their first Barrel Strength Rye for 2022. It's single casks only, and the casks go at around 111 proof, with single cask having some variation in there. A bottle should cost around $100, and unfortunately will be only available in the United States. Maybe they will go international, but Michter's is one of these distilleries that's pretty focused on the US market, their domestic market. Then we have news from the international side, and that is Diageo. They're building a new distillery in Canada for their Crown Royal brand. And yes, they already have a distillery, a big facility up in the very north. And I visited that one. Unfortunately, I couldn't get into, so I only took pictures. But from north from the current distillery is just snow. And now they want to build it in Ontario, and they want to build it 100% with renewable energy. So hopefully then they don't have to pay these certificates for CO2, and they can't make any mistakes where they don't have to pay. The facility should be 20 million liters of alcohol per year, so quite a huge facility. 1.6 square kilometers, which is quite a lot. But yeah, Canada has a lot of land. And this is part of the new plan from Diageo to become carbon neutral in the year 2030. Yeah, so that was it for this week. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.